the Psalms with healing. They're connecting the Psalms with, I mean, David got the revelation of worship. It's exciting times. So it's really cool.
Sure.
Hallel Psalms. Now, this is very significant. We are entering what is called Yom Teruah, which is the Feast of Trumpets. And by the way, during the Feast of Trumpets, these psalms were sung inside the temple. Now, they will do it all on the main feast, Passover, Pentecost, Tabernacles. While Yeshua was on the tree on the Mount of Olives, when he was dying on the Mount of Olives, these psalms were being sung inside the temple as part of the Passover sacrifice service. And Psalms 118 is a messianic psalm. And while Yeshua has been crucified outside on that tree in the Mount of Olives, they're singing inside, "Save us, O Lord. We beseech you, save us now. Ana Adonai Hoshiana. Ana Adonai Haslichana." 150,000 people singing for salvation, and their Savior is being crucified outside on a tree. Isn't that interesting?
It's very
And these are the Hallel Psalms, the Psalms of praise. And this you should sing in every main feast. It teaches us about our future redemption too.
Wow.
Emet, the word emet. Yeshua said unto him, I am the way, derech, emet, and chai. When Yeshua said those three things, he's not just quoting something. If you do a word research on the word way, truth, and life, it will lead you to Torah. Now what's interesting is that no man cometh unto the Father but by me. What does that mean? Well, he's doing the role of the high priest. So no man can go unto the Father because the high priest, you will bring forth your sacrifice. And you have to see the Kohen Hagadol. You got to see the high priest there. And then he can go and intercede on your behalf. You can't do that. He did. So truly, if he is a high priest, that is temple service language. But let's focus on the word emet, which means truth. Now, I have an hour and a half teaching on the word truth alone. I'm telling you, I don't get to sleep much. You know my wife. My wife, do you know what she does?
Too excited.
I'm telling you, I get all pumped. People say, you get too enthusiastic. Why not? My wife gives me tea so I can go to sleep. You know, like Valerian tea and some of the other teas. Man, she pulls all kinds of stuff in there. She go to bed, man. You know. And I get up and I want to go back and study. You know why? Because it's the way that Yahweh is revealing himself deeply in my life. When I get something, when I get a revelation, when I see something that I've never saw before, it's like, wow, he loves me, man. He's revealing part of his heart. That's why I get all excited. Plus, you don't know my past. If you knew my past, I'm really happy to be here. So I'm very grateful for the mercy that he has sent into my life. And I want to give it all for him. So when we go back to the word truth, it's composed of three letters. Aleph, which is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Mem, which is the middle letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And then you have the Tav, which is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. Anyway, I got to move on. I don't have time to go into this one, but it's cool. The numerical value of those three letters, Aleph is 1, Mem is 40, Tav is 400. Each Hebrew letter has a numerical value. It's 441, right? The total value of the word truth. Isn't there a verse in the book of Revelation says, those who have the testimony of Yeshua and keep the commandments of God?
Yes.
Doesn't Yeshua says, sanctify them by your word, and your word is truth? So what is the numerical value of the word truth? 441, right? Reverse that. What is that? 144?
144.
Now what's interesting, if you go to the Lord's denominator, you get 4 plus 4 plus 1, right? Using a concept is called gematria, which is using numbers. Now, the Lord's denominator is 9. 4 plus 4 plus 1 is 9. The rabbis say that the number of truth is 9. Why? Because the number of truth with 441 taken to the Lord's denominator equals 9. So I can show you another thing also in the temple, in the priestly order in 1 Chronicles 24, which shows you something very intriguing. But I don't have time to do that. I'm going to have to leave you hanging on that one, okay? That's what you have to bring me back now. You see?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
You'll be back.
Well, praise Yah. Now, did you know that there was a psalm for every day of the week?
Yes.
The first day of the week was 24. The earth is the Lord's and everything thereof. That is the altar psalm. Notice, the altar psalm on the sundown after the Sabbath, the earth is the Lord's and everything thereof. So you declare the authority of Yahweh on the earth on that day, every week. And then the second day is 48. The third day of the week is 82. The fourth day is 94. The fifth day is 81. The sixth day is 93, and the only one that has a name is Shabbat, Sabbath. Do you know that in the Greek it's the same way?
Really?
It's only in the Roman that they put names to the days of the week, and they put the names of gods. But in Greek and in Hebrew, the only day that has a name is Shabbaton in Greek and Sabbath in Hebrew. Interesting, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So now, the 144,000, there are 12,000 from each tribe, right? From 12 tribes of Israel. But what is different? See, people say that the book of Revelation is 100% symbolic. I disagree. I know there's some symbolism there, but there's a lot of things. How do I know? Because their genealogy is out of order. Every time the genealogy, as a Torah teacher, I know, when I'm reading the names of the children of Israel and the genealogy is out of order, each name in Hebrew means something. So basically, I know that they're trying to give me an inscripted message within the text. So when you see colors, numbers, name of places, or name of things being repeated over and over and over and over and over, pay attention to those little details, because within those definitions of those little things, it gives you, it magnifies the storyline.
Okay.
Okay, like you were watching the news, right? You see what Prime Minister Omar was kissing Abbas? Did you see that?
Oh, yes.
But did you know that Abbas is a descendant of Esau, right? Well, you know that in Genesis 33, when Jacob encountered Esau, what did Esau do? He kissed him, right? But in the Hebrew text, there are 6 dots upon the, above the name kiss, above the word kiss. 6 dots, right?
Okay.
He wanted to bite him. That's what the rabbis teach. That
That's
Esau
what it
wanted
looked
to
like
kill him.
with
Exactly.
Abbas.
That's what Hamas means, violence, and that's what what Esau wanted to do. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to bite him. That's why Jacob, after Esau said, "Hey, follow me," he said, "I don't think so, man." He went to Sukkot. See, he didn't follow on the way of Esau.
Because he would have done him in.
Exactly. So you can't kiss the devil, man. Anyway, so let's go back to the genealogy here.
Send that note to Hallmark.
Yeah, okay. Like he's really going to listen to me.
Yeah.
All right, so look into the genealogy. Each name in Hebrew has a meaning. Reuben's supposed to be the firstborn. Judah is supposed to be the fourth. But here is out of order, and there's 2 names that are missing. The question is to you viewers today, which ones are missing? Ephraim and Dan. Why Ephraim and Dan are missing? Because during the dispersion, and when the kingdom was divided after Solomon died, Jeroboam introduced idol worshipping of the gold or the calf in Dan and in Bethel. Say, and Ephraim introduced idolatry into the camp. So you see that 2 people responsible, and Dan means judgment. Ephraim means be fruitful, right? So we see that because those people introduce idolatry in there, they're not here for this last part. But they will be restored in the millennial reign. That's very intriguing to me. I'm still studying this out. But look at the message here of the 144,000. Remember, they're going to be for 12,000 from each one of these tribes, right? Now, the name Jehudah means praise, praiser of Yahweh. Reuben means see a son. Gad means a troop. Asher means happy. Naphtali means wrestling. Manasseh means made to forget. By the way, sidebar. Why is it that Jacob, remember Jacob crossed his hands before he blessed them? Manasseh being the oldest, Ephraim being the youngest? It's the key is in the name. Manasseh means made to forget. Ephraim means to be fruitful. You see, so if he would have blessed Manasseh first, we wouldn't have the remnant of Israel anywhere. Because they would have been made to forget. It's prophetic, right? But in reality now, we are made to be fruitful.
Wow.
To grow into, to multiply and be fruitful, right? To grow as fish. That's what it says in Genesis. You see why I can't stay on subject, you see? It's a lot of stuff. Simeon means upon hearing. Levi means to join. Issachar means for hire. Zebulun means dwelling. Joseph means add to me. Benjamin means son of the right hand. So you see in the Hebrew there's no such thing as to, from, whatever. So we're going to add it here. It's just the names. So what do you get? You can play around with the positions of the names. Okay, but look at the message of the 144,000, what they're going to be singing, because people rejected the rock of their salvation. This making sense so far? So what's interesting is 144,000 are singing, and they're from 12 different tribes, and their names mean something. Means that they will praise when they see a song, a troop that is happy. Upon many wrestlings, many people will make them to forget. But upon hearing, they will join. Okay, some will be taken for hire, but they want to be a dwelling place for him who's going to add on to him. Who is he? The son of the right hand. See, it's all about the restoration of Israel, and who's going to do it? The son of the right hand. And we know that as Yeshua. See, and this is a way of study, by the way. So Deuteronomy 32 is the second son of Moses. The 144,000 have the testimony of Yeshua and keep the commandments of Yahweh, will sing the truth in the last days. So what is the truth, by the way? Bringing forth against the Torah. The Torah is the truth. Do you know the Torah is the heart of God?
Of course.
But you see, in the Hebrew, you see it.